1. You only have as much energy as you use. The most productive period in my life was when I was training for the marathon. It could have been a coincidence, but I highly doubt it. When you can run for 3+ hours at one time, I think that makes it much easier to work 3 hours straight as well. 2. Life is quite simple. Whether it's running a marathon or going for a 10-minute run, it doesn't matter. It comes down to the same thing: putting one foot in front of the other, showing up, getting started, doing the work. It's that simple. This concept applies to anything you want to accomplish in life. Break down your goals into the smallest steps possible, and just keep taking those steps until you get to where you want to go. 3. Making a real commitment is powerful. I'd always wanted to run a marathon but was never into running. I decided to stop saying I would one day run a marathon and just go do it. I Googled for the next local marathon event and signed up for it. On that day, I made a real commitment. I was going to finish that marathon no matter what. And that's seriously all it took. I found a training program, showed up and followed it to a T because I was committed. There was no backing out. In my mind, I literally could not fathom any other alternative except seeing myself cross that finish line. 4. Life is a mental game. Your body and feet might be aching with pain as they scream at you to stop and slow down. But if your mind refuses to listen, your body will continue to obey. 5. Being awesome is subjective. I woke up and ran at 5 a.m. on weekdays to fit in my runs before heading off for work. Doing this made me feel awesome, especially in the middle of winter. With everything else I managed to do in the mornings before work, I'd say I accomplished more than what most people did in a whole day, and all before they even got out of bed. I was cruising in 6th gear when they hadn't even fired up their engines. That to me was pretty awesome. To others, that might seem horrible. 6. Challenging yourself is important. I had so much confidence in the deep-seated belief that I would finish the marathon no matter what. So, I had to make the goal more challenging. When something is seemingly easy, I'm prone to slack off. So I set a goal of finishing the marathon in under 4 hours. It was a pseudo-goal to help me reach my true goal of finishing the marathon. I missed the 4-hour mark by 1 minute and 46 seconds, but in the end, I still achieved my real goal. 7. Prepare ahead of time and prepare for the worst. In preparing for my marathon, I signed up for a half marathon and didn't realize the trains wouldn't be running that early in the morning until the day of the half marathon. I just assumed they'd be running because it was a big event. I had to Tokyo drift all the way to the city in my car from the train station, find parking, and sign in when everyone had already left the starting line. In hindsight, I should have prepared and double-checked on the logistics of getting to the event much earlier, not just the night before. 8. Life is all about the process and the journey, not the destination. Throughout much of my training, I kept questioning myself as to why I was doing all of this running for a stupid marathon, and all because I had made a stupid commitment. As a result, my training sessions leading up to the marathon were much more dreadful than they needed to be. I could have had a lot more fun and enjoyed myself a lot more throughout the whole process if I had chosen instead to focus on the right things. 9. Consistency. As long as you keep showing up and taking action, you will get better. It's a no-brainer. If you want to be a better writer, artist, musician, or athlete, show up. Be consistent.